Welcome back, travelers. There's a big new edition hitting the game called Temper Thyself and Journey Far. And honestly, it might be one of the nicest quality of life gifts we've seen in a while. Take a breath. This one's a bit long but worth it. The core idea is simple. A permanent system that lets you earn free 5-star constellations for characters you already own. No wishes required, just play and complete the event goals. Light, fun, and not set in stone. Think of this like a puff of dandelions in the wind. Okay, quick overview. The system refreshes periodically, and along the way you'll pick up normal event rewards, artifact leveling potions, elixirs, mora, and other useful goodies. But the headline feature is the chance to earn a free 5-star constellation. That's huge. Now for the most important caveat. You can only get constellations for 5-star characters you already own. This event does not hand out new characters. So if you were hoping for free banner pulls, sorry, that's not how this one works. There are also eligibility rules to keep in mind. Not every 5-star is included right now. The system starts with a specific list. The current iteration includes 7 standard banner characters and 18 limited 5-star characters, but that roster is expected to expand over time. So if your favorite 5-star is not on the list today, they might be added later. Patience is your friend here. Now let's talk about pacing and how you actually earn these constellations, because the system is intentionally gated to reward sustained play. Each season lasts 12 weeks. To progress, you need to complete 4 daily commissions and spend 120 resin on at least 5 days each week. That's the baseline. Keep that up for 8 weeks. Yes, 8 consistent weeks of participation, and you'll unlock the first free 5-star constellation reward for the season. Think of it as a marathon, not a sprint. If you keep up the routine across the season, you can unlock multiple constellations over time. In fact, across the year, with seasons and resets, you can earn up to 4 free 5-star constellations. That's because seasons rotate and reset periodically throughout the year. It's steady, planned progression, which is actually kind of nice if you dislike the chaos of a single limited time grind. There's a neat wrinkle if you already have a character at C6 and you pick them again by accident or design. The event doesn't hand you a useless duplicate. Instead, it gives you Masterless Stella Fortuna as a fallback. That's a prized resource, because one Masterless Stella Fortuna raises a level 90 character to 95. Collect 3 of them and you can push a level 90 all the way to 100. So for collectors and long-term players who already own multiple C6 units, that conversion system is actually very valuable. Few strategic tips here. First, plan your picks. Because seasons last 12 weeks and you can only pick 1 constellation per character per season, you'll usually want to prioritize characters who will immediately improve your account performance. If you're missing a support that stabilizes your abyss runs, pick that one. If you're chasing one big carry, plan for when their constellations are most impactful. Second, watch the event's eligible list. Since the list is expected to grow, it may be worth waiting if the character you want is likely to be added later. But don't wait forever. If you need a quality of life or power bump right now, the event is intentionally generous enough to make the pick worthwhile. Third, consider your time and resin habits. The requirement of 120 resin for at least 5 days a week means this system favors players who log in regularly. If you're a casual who logs in sporadically, you can still participate, but you'll need to plan your weeks carefully to meet the threshold. You don't have to burn your whole life on the event. Just a commitment over 8 weeks. Let's cover some common questions. Can you choose a character that you don't own?
No.
Can you claim multiple constellations for the same character in one season? Also no. Only 1 constellation per character per season. If you want multiple constellations for 1 5-star, you'll need to wait for future seasons. And remember that seasonal resets limit rapid stacking. This mechanic is meant to dole out long-term progression, not instant C6 power spikes. Another important point. This system won't replace banner pulls or gacha excitement. Instead, it's a complementary progression tool. It rewards players who stick with the game week after week, and gives a predictable avenue for improving existing characters. If you enjoy planning builds and upgrading your favorites over time, this event is a dream. If you're only interested in instant power spikes or free new units, It won't satisfy that itch. Also, keep in mind how the Masterless Stella Fortuna fallback can influence your decisions. If you already have several C6 characters and the eligible list includes one of them, you might prefer to pick them and collect Stella Fortuna for late-game leveling. That's a smart move if you're sitting on multiple level 90s and want to push a few to 95 or 100 without relying on rolls. From a meta perspective, the system changes the calculus of resource management. Players may be more willing to hold off on primo-gem pulls for constellation rolls if they know they can eventually obtain a C1 or C2 via the event for a character they already own. But remember, not all constellations are created equal. Some C1s are incredible, some C2s are the real power spikes, and some characters only become truly stellar at higher constellations. So choose with thought, not impulse. A quick note on fairness and accessibility. Because the event requires daily commissions and resin, it slightly favors active players. However, the seasonal structure and the ability to earn up to 4 constellations per year means even semi-casual players can plan and benefit. It's a long-term reward system, and I think that's a neat direction for the game. Alright, final checklist before you jump in. 1. Confirm the eligible characters for the current season and see if your desired 5-star is listed. 2. Plan your play schedule so you can hit 4 daily commissions and 120 resin on at least 5 days each week. 3. Decide whether you want the immediate boost or prefer to wait for a potential future season where a different eligible character appears. 4. If you accidentally pick a C6 character, remember you'll get Masterless Stella Fortuna, and that's still a valuable haul. So in short, Temper Thyself and Journey Far is a long-term, repeatable system that rewards commitment with powerful, useful constellations for characters you already own. It's limited in scope, no new characters, limited eligibility lists, but that limitation is balanced by predictability and the valuable fallback of Masterless Stella Fortuna. Play consistently for 8 weeks, claim your constellation, and enjoy the steady, reliable upgrades. That's everything you need to know to get started. If you want, I can draft a simple planner checklist you can use to track your daily commissions and resin days across the 8-week window. Or, tell me which character you're eyeing and I'll help you decide whether they're worth your event pick now or later. Thanks for sticking with me. Good luck, and may your pulls be kind when you do decide to wish.